Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to our presentation. This is a presentation from Group 6. Our Group 6 have three members. The first is Teacher Liz, that's me, Teacher Janna, and Teacher Howie. And we are presenting about enhancing and building speaking and writing skill with Greenbot. First of all, I will introduce our outline. The first is all about Greenbot. The second is application in our teaching context. And the third is generated ideas for research. To dig deeper into this, I divided it into 5 parts. The first is the definition of Greenbot. The second, the goal. The third is materials. The next one is procedure, and the last one is adaptation. Okay, now let's start about the definition. About Greenbot. Greenbot is a classroom activity where students can learn about environmental protection through hands-on recycling. By collecting and sorting materials, it simultaneously enhances their speaking skill through discussions, presentations, and persuasive communication, and also strengthens their writing skill via activity logs, reports, and creative content related to recycling. Second, about the goal. Some main goal here of Greenbox to help students to understand how to protect the environment, learning about the recycling process, and collaborate effectively and develop critical thinking, also help them to engage in active speaking. And the last one is apply their understanding creatively. Third part is about the materials. Uh, in this, we have plastic bottles, scissors or tapes, the bags, whiteboard or projector. We also need timer or the stopwatch to comprehension question or to store summary for student. Next.
So, now let's move on to the fourth part, procedure. So we will have 4 steps. Step number 1 is to warm up and introduce the topic and expression. Step number 2 is presentation in groups. Step number 3 is reconstruction and retelling. And step number 4, we will review key points and recycle for another lesson. All right, so the fifth part is adaptation. The first aspect we will talk about is adapting to context. We have two types of environments. We have low resource environment and high tech classroom. So when we talk about low resource environments, the classroom requires basic materials such as papers, scissors, bottles, and etc. And when it comes to high tech classroom, then we will use digital tools like Google Slides for interactive puzzle solving. We can also incorporate elements such as interactive whiteboards or projectors to increase student engagement. The second aspect of adaptation is adapt to proficiency levels. We have 2 proficiency levels, beginners and advanced learners. For beginners, then we will help them how to use simple sentence to make a presentation. and focus on basic elements such as sequencers. And for advanced learner, we will help them make a presentation with challenging grammar and vocabulary such as passive verbs. Okay, so the next part, next aspect of adaptation is age groups. The young learners and adults. The young learners can make a presentation with the help of illustration and physical activities. And when it comes to adult learners, they can reflect on the themes in the presentation. All right, so the final aspect of adaptation is the class size. When it comes to small class, then the activities can be adjusted for individual, pair, or group work. And when it comes to large class, then the activities can be applied for group work to save time and maximize participation.
Yes, so here we move to applying the Winbot activity to my real teaching context. I select a classroom of A2 level. Student age 9 to 10 years old as English Center in Hanoi, Vietnam. The class includes 13 students with an ideal size for managed group activity and ensuring student engagement. This their age and level. The installation of hands-on writing tasks with speaking and writing activity proved to be both effective and enjoyable for learners. The next one about this activity is in read to give me 5 files. Unit 8 titled Green Technology Special in Lesson 5, which focus on vocabs, listening, speaking skill. It said that it's about writing, and the lesson duration is 90 minutes. To support the activity, I use various of teaching aids, includes an active interactive TV, laptop, handouts, slide, and the textbooks. This tool helps create a dynamic and interactive classroom environment. And next one about by the end of this session, students are expected to recall key vocabulary related to the paper recycling process, understand about the different stages of recycling listen, and applies language so that first, then after that in speaking and writing. Analyze and compare recycling process for paper and glass and evaluate the importance of recycling in daily life. And the last one about create the all spoken or writing description of how glasses recycle using a vocabs and grammar. About next one, for the hands-on component of this lesson, students will provide with every recyclable items such as plastic bottle, straws, wool, and scissors. These simple materials serve as the foundation for building their robot and symbolic robots made from recycled items. Uh, and about the lesson begin with a short warm up. I show students three pictures of pollution and environments and ask guiding questions such as what problem can you see and how can technology help show the problem. This help activate their background knowledge and introduce the key theme of lesson green technology. I introduced the green box activity by clearly explaining its objective to create a recycle robots present in its function. Students were divided into 4 small groups and they receive their materials and in person and then begin squatting in their green box. During this phase, I walk around the class, offer suggestions and ensure that each student were involved in the design and construction process. After completing their green-box, each group had 10 minutes to prepare such presentation. About next slide. Teacher, can you help me about next slide? Yes. And after completing their green-box, Each group has 10 minutes to prepare a short presentation. They were guided to think critically about how their robots could help protect the environment. I encouraged them to use the phrase to present the idea using their own words, and every group member was given a chance to speak, fostering both confidence and cooperation. And the next one, in this step, students retold the ringbot presentation in their own words. This construction activity helped reinforce vocabs and speaking fluency. It also encouraged peer feedbacks and deeper reflection on meaning of environments protect. To conclude the lesson, I reveal key vocabs and concept with the classroom. I asked them to share what they found the most important in today's session. And finally, and the last one, I assigned the homework related to describing another recycling process like grasses or plastic in their own words. This was attend learning during the classroom into their daily life. And through this lesson, students not only develop a stronger understanding of green technology, but enhance this key language skill. And they practice sequencing, descriptive language, critical thinking, and teamwork. Next slide. Most importantly, they learn that protect the environments can begin with a simple action, even in an English lesson. And this lesson also sparked several ideas for future research, such as how project-based learning affects speaking fluent in young learner, and the roles of environment topic in increasing classroom motivation, the impacts of creative tests on vocab retention, and the ideas can serve as the foundation for further academic courses. Thank you for listening. So here our team presentation. Thank you. And recording.